It's Monday the 2nd of April and it's absolutely horrible. Pouring with rain. It's about 9 degrees. Show you a little progress update. Yeah, what we've got here is some Ailsa Craig onions that looking alright. What I may do with them is put them in some pots, put them in clumps in pots, not put them individually. There's a plum tomato at the back. It's about the right size, that's how I like it. In the root trainers here, there's some dwarf French beans that they got planted up about a week ago. Here we have some shallots. Some shallots are ready to come out of there now. And I don't know if you know, if you follow me, that I've got nowhere to grow in the ground, so what I do is I grow all my stuff in containers. Just here I've got some beetroot. Next to that is some celery, tiny little celery plants. And these here are tumbling toms. Then once them tumbling toms, they'll be put into hanging baskets and dotted round the garden. At the back there's some cucamelons, 5 of them. Here is a little pot I've sown of Swiss chard. This is spinach. This Swiss chard and spinach, what I will probably do is grow that hydroponically. The same as with these little lettuce that I've got growing at the back here. These have just been started. These are all year round lettuce, and together with that and the spinach and Swiss chard, I shall grow that hydroponically, and I'll do a video on that and show you how I take them out of there and grow them hydroponically. Talking of hydroponically, there is some plants that are being grown in nutrient. At the back there's bok choy, at the back baby bok choy. These 2 here are calabrese, and these ones here, these are spinach. And if you can see, there's some sort of fading on the leaves there. That's telling me that I need to change the nutrient in there. Those plants are starving, so that's a job I need to get on and do. They will recover alright, but needs changing quickly. Now these are calabrese. These were started off in the same system as that, and then I transferred them from hydroponically into soil, and as you can see, they're nice plants then. Well pleased with them. It's calabrese. These over here are 2 Tiny Tim tomato plants. Oops, broken leaf there. 2 Tiny Tim tomato plants that I've been growing throughout the winter, and as you can see, they've got quite a few tomatoes on them now. There's not many pollinators about this year, so it can be a problem of getting stuff pollinated, of course. But I think they'll be alright. Now these hanging baskets I've got at the top here, as you can see, they're not bad. They I had them out on the front porch, and when we had all the snow and the frost, it near enough took them out. They were looking pretty grim, but we took them off the porch, we put them in the greenhouse, give them a feed, a bit of TLC, and I think they've recovered now. So Happy days. On the floor we've got our cabbage, our spring cabbage. This has been growing all through the winter. That one there, it's not going to be long now before we can enjoy that one. In fact, they're all coming along quite nicely. Just here we have some carrots, some sweet candle carrots that have been in since end of January. This pot doesn't look too bad. The pot next to it, this one here, not such good germination there. Know why that is. That was a brand new packet of seeds. But I'd say that 25% of them have not germinated. So perhaps they will still, I don't know. No, probably not now, but perhaps I can pop another couple of seeds in there. Broad beans. Got 6 pots of broad beans. All looking nice and healthy. A couple of them look like they're trying to get flowers already. So. Potatoes. There's Charlotte and Arran Pilot potatoes that I've put in. About half and half, I think. I've been in about 10 days. And this one here, you can see it's broke the surface. And that's the reason for that is because I actually started that one off in a small pot. And so it's way ahead of the others. Now in the propagator here, we'll start off with my cucumbers. That's called a piccolo cucumber, that one. It's a small one. And at the back there's 2 Carmen F1s. Now you may think to yourself, well, he's pretty way ahead here, and yeah, you're quite right, I am a bit forward, but what you have to bear in mind is that this greenhouse is a heated greenhouse, so I do have an advantage here, so the cold really isn't a problem to me now. I can just heat it up and keep the stuff going. Onions. These are Ailsa Craig onions, and the ones with the vermiculite here, they were transplanted. When I putted these up, I put some charge and some mycorrhizal fungi in with these ones. The ones that don't have the vermiculite in, they didn't get no charge or mycorrhizal. So I've run them side by side to see what the difference is, and I think you'll agree with me in saying that the ones with the charge and the mycorrhizal are looking a bit stronger. I think the ones without it will be okay, but the ones with the vermiculite are certainly looking a bit better. At the back there's some tomatoes, Centini tomatoes that are grown in Nutrient. That's good. I haven't got many roots on that one, but it's looking alright. This is one that was, see that spare space there? This plant has come out of there and potted into soil, and it's taken quite nicely. You can see it's trying to grow some side shoots there. Normally you take them side shoots out, but I'm not going to do that at the moment because I don't want this plant to romp away. So I'm going to leave it as it is for now. These are some red lettuce next to them, and they can probably come out of there now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my next video, I'm going to show you how I take them out of there and then and then transplant them into some hydroponic system. So I'll do a video on that just to show you how I do it. Here we have some radish. And as you can see, they're starting to fan up a bit. So I really need to get another tub of them going. A succession. And here we have my tomatoes that are romping away. I'm not happy with these really. I don't really like to see them this big and spindly just yet. This is how not to grow tomatoes, folks, because you know I like them about half that size. But what's happened is they've had too much bottom heat. They've been reaching up for the light. The light levels have not been good because of all the cloud, overcast days and dark days we've had. So the light levels have not been good, and I've been giving them too much bottom heat. So they've got really, really leggy. And you know, that's not what I want to see this time of year. They will recover. What I'll do is I'll plant them into deeper pots, and I can lose probably half of that stem in there. So I will get away with it, but as I say, it's not what you want to see really this time of year. There's a few there that are starting to get trusses on now. So the intention will be to just spin you around a bit, sorry about this, but the intention will be that eventually I shall plant that down to about there. So we can lose half the legginess. Sorry about the camera work. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. It does promise next week to get a little bit warmer and a little bit drier for us, so let's hope so. Let's hope they're right. To say, we're down in the southeast corner, and it's not been a good start, has it? Really not for spring. But we live in hope. So anyway, thanks for watching, and happy gardening to you all. I'll see you again soon. All the best now. Cheers.